Hey everyone, it's Barbara Drtina here, and today I'd like to talk about um, being stuck. I'm finding as I get older, I'm in my early 70s. I don't know how I got to the sevens, but I did, and actually I'm quite grateful that I am because I've lost most of my really close friends that know my history and in their 60s due to cancer and heart issues. And so every day is really a gift. And I want to talk about a couple of issues that really play into this phase of life. And one of them is loneliness. Loneliness has become one of the most major factors. It's almost recognized for health as smoking and sedentary sitting. And as I talk to other people, people's kids are grown. A new big trend is that your children become estranged from you. I've dealt with that through a more serious situation of parental alienation starting at very young ages. But so many people that I know and that I see in the trends in the marketplace and the pain from parents that were dedicated to raising their children, that it's like cool not to be associated with your parents. And what happens with that ripple effect? Then it becomes you're not connected to your grandparent, to your grandchildren either. And I thought this was more an isolated cases, but the trends are moving in this direction. And one of the biggest things in our health factor is connection. We are humans, we are made to connect. And that is a very, very big factor. And you think with social media that would we're plugged in, but it's not that close personal relationship. So building relationships and reaching out to others is really important. I think for me, one of the gifts that I was giving is the time period of my life. When I first got married, had different homes, moved, neighbors are a really big part of our life. And there were um, people would change recipes, they would make extra or bake something. You would exchange garden tips. You would exchange plants and cuttings and play cards and just do things in your neighborhood. And if anyone needed something, people were there. And I'm not finding that happening now. I mean, think about it. I know for me, I wanted contact lenses. I was 12 and I needed glasses. Glasses are cool to wear now. It's a fashion accessory. But back in the day, it was not. And so I saved up all my babysitting money. I just babysat like crazy at 50 cents an hour. I just had five kids for 50 cents an hour, just to give you perspective. Contacts were like $200. I mean, that was a really big, high price tag for the economy at that time. And so we did babysitting. Kids cut grass, they washed people's cars. We don't even have those things going on in our neighborhoods very often. People helping other people, lending tools, doing this and that. And so there was a lot more connection, and it is slowly eroded. And I know I've even asked my nieces and nephews about an IT thing, and it's just look it up on YouTube or you can Google that. Where I need someone to explain something with me. I've already done that, but I didn't get it. And I get off track, so bear with me. Sorry, but it is a factor of loneliness, and that affects your health. Our body, mind, and spirit plays a very important role in our health, and loneliness is a big issue. So, what things can you do? Um, Belonging to a church or a spiritual center is a really big thing. Volunteering. Look at the docents at the art museums or at the botanical gardens that might be in your city. You can even, this is sort of a job, but become a babysitter. I know I've been in tourist areas, and when I've needed extra money, I've done that and for hotels. And people visiting the area wanting someone reliable for to watch their children, and it pays very well. Hotels and such get a cut, but and I found it rewarding to be able to be with some younger children. And that's my passion, younger children. My background's early childhood education. One thing that gives me a lot of joy and adds to my bottom line, other than my health business, is teaching children in another country English. And some of those children I've been teaching for years. They are almost like my grandchildren. So find things that you can do. There are many, many things. And with our wisdom, with the things that we've learned over our life, we are an asset. We're volunteer at the schools. You know, children need to see mature people. They need to see people that love them and care about them. And sometimes they're not getting it from their families. You could be that person. So be conscious of your loneliness. And I know for a lot of people, it's in the evening time. And as I've been on podcasts and interviewed other women, sort of in my age, I'm taking some speaker courses. This subject comes up a lot. People that have had illustrious careers, that have had large families, and you know, our children are scattered around the country or even other countries. So it's up to you. We have to take responsibility for understanding that some of those factors we can have some control over and some input. So loneliness, and you might want to put down in the comments what things you have found to combat that, or what steps you took. I hope this inspires you to look outside of your front door and find places where you can be valued and find connection. And sometimes you have to find your tribe. You know, if somebody's really interested in bridge, that's a major group that they're going to be involved with. But if that's not your, you know, your jam, you're going to look for something else. But be proactive, because loneliness is a health risk for your longevity.